Yes, shalom everyone. This is Tsār Fati. I'm from the mountains of the tribe of Judah, actually the border between the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin. We're here for Rosh Hashanah. We're staying here for a couple nights. And I've got some news, and I'll wait for you guys to connect, and I will explain what's going on, because this is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, these are definitely breaking news, and we're gonna talk about last night, the ballistic missiles attack on Israel. Gonna ask ourselves what happened exactly, and I want to inform you what is going to happen in the next few hours. Okay, so you guys, let me know if you are there. There you go. So folks, shalom, I'm Tsār Fati. I'm live from the mountains of Judah behind me. We took a break from Galilee, took a break from all the rockets, just for a couple nights for Rosh Hashanah. The holiday begins within 3 hours or so, and this is Yom Teruah, and I'm going to post a video that I made specially on this holiday. But I wanted to report breaking news, folks, on 3 things. One of them, of course, is the rockets attack from Iran yesterday, but there's 2 other things that you need to know. So first of all, yesterday, before the Iranian launched their attack, the IDF spokesperson revealed that Israel conducted several raids throughout the last 11 months in southern Lebanon, in which we found unbelievable, diabolic infrastructure that Hezbollah prepared for his October 7th. Remember, I told you that the whole October 7th style attack was never Hamas's idea. It was Hezbollah. Hezbollah created a ground force known as the Radwan force, and that force only task is to invade into Galilee and take over, destroy, kill, behead, rape, burn, and kidnap. That's their job. And thousands of Radwan forces, soldiers or terrorists, whatever you call them, with the latest weapon. I mean, Hezbollah has so much money that they could afford buying the latest. And apparently along the border with Israel, they prepared everything for the day that they will have to launch the strike. But Yahya Sinwar stole the thunder, and Israel was no longer surprised. So, just a minute. Let me ban this guy. Good. All right. Okay. So now, so we exposed tunnels, rockets, explosives, shoulder missiles. We exposed everything is under homes, houses, children rooms. I mean, we entered in a big villa into a child's room, and under the bed we found a shaft to the tunnel. Sick people, psychopaths. We found maps of everything they were planning to do. Maps where they specified Jewish towns, military sites, and infrastructures. So Israel managed to thwart a much more deadlier attack, October 7th style. And we flipped everything, and instead of them entering into Israel, we entered into Lebanon. So it's a big miracle. I don't even know if there is a way to convey to you what was found and what was thwarted. God is performing thousands of miracles. I'm telling you, right now, all the angels underneath Michael the archangel, who is appointed by God to take over, to take care of Israel, all of them are working extra hours. Okay, now let's go to the ballistic missiles attack. Okay, 190 gigantic ballistic missiles were launched from Iran simultaneously from several bases in Isfahan, in Shiraz, in Tabriz, and others. And several of them, by the way, just were launched and fell on and actually killed 5 Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps terrorists. So 5 Iranians died, and the only person who died on our side is a Palestinian from Gaza that was walking in the streets of Jericho instead of locking himself up in a secure area. So folks, the largest ballistic missile attack in the history of planet Earth, and the only ballistic missile attack that was intercepted in the history of planet Earth took place. There were some falls. All of them were in places where just damage to buildings and damage to some infrastructure, but nobody was hurt or killed. Unbelievable miracle. I cannot even explain. I was outside in our balcony. You saw the Facebook Live I was on, and there were hundreds of rockets in the above the atmosphere, and you could see my posts on Telegram, on Facebook. It was crazy. Now, the other thing that you need to know is that Israel has 3 layers of our defense. We have Iron Dome for short-range missiles. We have David Sling for mid-range, and we have the Arrow for the long-range ballistic missiles. We actually use all 3 of them simultaneously, orchestrated each and every one of the systems to shoot rockets in different altitude in different places. Now, the US helped us with about, I think, 15 rockets. Jordan, France, and maybe Saudi Arabia also. But 80% of the rockets were intercepted by Israel alone. The only country on planet Earth that ever... אני בשידור חי עכשיו. קרה משהו? Okay. Sorry. So, again, yesterday, the miracles. I don't have words anymore. I don't have words. Your prayers work in ways you cannot even imagine. Look, everybody admits that here. It's even the most agnostic or secular person here in Israel cannot avoid the fact that from 190 ballistic missiles fired on his country, nobody died. It is a miracle. We have testimonies of people that rockets fell all around them. Rockets also fell next to strategic places. They did not hit them. I mean, there's no way. Look, you guys, prayer works. The God of Israel is alive and is in action. And Israel, not only that, is not going to disappear, But Israel is enjoying now time that we all call them, everybody calls it biblical. Nobody remembers that many miracles within such a short time. Miracles when we thwart things, miracles when we thwart, attacks that did not happen, or when we thwart rockets that were aimed to destroy us. Now, yes, there was a terror attack yesterday. Two Palestinians. Look, two young Palestinians, 19-year-old and 22-year-old, stole a gun and killed 7 Israelis. I mean, 2 Palestinians caused more damage than 190 ballistic missiles. I mean, that's our enemy right around the corner that we need to take care of, and that's what we're doing. But every hour there's about 50 alerts of some terror attacks that are kind of on the way, and we managed to thwart 95% of them, but this one we didn't. And Israeli military started maneuvering into southern Lebanon, while in the same time we're destroying Hezbollah's stronghold in Beirut. Building after building after building, every day they are receiving evacuation orders, and then 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, we destroy them. Now, we don't destroy buildings. We destroy weapon that is under the building. And the building is just a cover-up for, bad things that they store there, just so you understand. So I just want you to understand, folks, that we have 7 fronts that we're fighting in right now. Never ever in the history of Israel we were attacked from so many places. From Gaza, from the West Bank, from Syria, from Iraq, from Lebanon, from Iran, and from Yemen. And every one of them feels the strong hand of Israel. And they don't understand how we're still making it. Look, let's face it, the story of Israel is not a story of man-made things. It's not a story of human efforts. It's not a story of human success. It's a story of God's faithfulness. And you can try to call it a Zionist propaganda as much as you want. But yes, the one who chose Zion to be his place of habitation, he is the one. He's the one who brought us back to this land from the ashes of the Holocaust. He's the one that fights for us. He's the one that causes us to become a regional superpower. And I'm telling you, and now comes the most important part. Are you ready for this? In a few hours, Israel is about to launch an unprecedented strike on Iran's oil and gas infrastructure, as well as the Revolutionary Guard's military bases. Now, a lot of people are asking, how come Israel is not using this time to attack Iran's nuclear sites? Don't worry, it will come. We have to maneuver not only in the battlefield, but also in the diplomacy field. And we have to wait until we have enough collaboration with our allies to go after the nuclear sites. And for that, we need to wait for the US elections. And so I reckon that the nuclear sites will not get hit tonight, but Iran is going to be crippled economically. So it's going to be an interesting holiday here, but we're determined like never before. We're strong, we're resilient, we have patience, we have perseverance, endurance. And it's not because we're strong and so because we're good, it's because the God of Israel is in action and nobody here can deny it. We can't deny it. Even the most secular people are at all. We cannot deny it. I mean, even if you are a great believer in science and you attribute the Israeli success in thwarting rockets to Israeli brilliant minds of some scientists who developed still nobody can explain how come rockets are falling everywhere around people and not hit the people. Rockets are falling everywhere around strategic places, but they don't hit them. I'm not even talking about thwarted or intercepted rockets. I'm talking about rockets that already fell. So again, the magnitude of what we have exposed in southern Lebanon of what they were planning is phenomenal. And the magnitude of the strike last night is phenomenal. And yet, in both cases, Israel managed to stop the enemy from doing what it wanted to do. The Prime Minister is right now sitting in his Tel Aviv office with the head of the military, the head of the Mossad, the head of the Shin Bet, which is our FBI, and defense minister as well. And they're crafting as we speak. They were already authorized by the cabinet last night to craft a package of targets that will be given to our military to execute in Iran. I want to tell you something. Iran is going to be very surprised. They made a big mistake yesterday. And you know what led them to fire those rockets? It's their Islamic pride. Islamic pride. They were so hurt that we managed to kill Haniyeh in Tehran. They were so hurt that we are crippling their number one investment, which is Hezbollah, where they invested billions of dollars. They're so angry, frustrated, full of hatred, that they don't even think about their own future. They fell in a trap. They allowed their ego and pride and the will not to be ridiculed anymore. They allow that to dictate their moves. And pay time is coming. And I'm not sure the Iranian regime is going to like it. By the way, I'm not sure the rest of the world is going to like it. I'm sure it's going to affect the price of oil, but that may finally cause the world to join together and strike that regime. Now, biblically, now comes the part where I wish I could run to the fantasy world and I wish I could tell you that the Ayatollahs are going to be removed and an Israel-loving regime would replace them in Iran. But my Bible is telling me something different. My Bible is telling me that Persia will join another attack on Israel, but this time not as the main one, but as the one that is joining a coalition of other countries, which means that the will to destroy Israel is still there. And if it's still there, that means that we have not removed the Ayatollahs yet. There is no Israel-loving regime there. So we're going to cripple them very shortly, but I don't think we're going to topple them. And they're going to lick their wounds. They're going to see us victorious. They're going to see us having the upper hand. They will see that we have peace, safety, security, and prosperity. And then, when Israel will be safe and secure, without borders, without fences, this is when the Ezekiel war will begin. And so, as I said, Iran is going to pay for what Iran did yesterday. And again, when I say Iran, it's the Islamic Republic, not the people of Iran. but there's definitely going to be heightened tension here throughout the holiday, and it's very interesting. They started attacking us during a Jewish holiday. Remember October 7th? That was the last day of Sukkot, the happiest day, and that turned to be the most terrible of all. And let's see what's going to happen. Tonight, a new Jewish year on the Jewish calendar begins. And everybody's prayer is that may the last year and its curses end, and the new year and its blessings will begin. So, you know, all I'm saying is everything shifted and flipped 15 days ago, and God is on the move. It's not an easy route. We are going to have pretty interesting exchange of punches between us and Hezbollah, us and Hamas, us and Iran. But finally, those two demons around us are crippled, and finally we are actually confronting the head of the snake, the head of the octopus, Iran itself. So again, for those of you who just joined us, yesterday was the largest ballistic missile attack in the history of planet Earth, and the first one in the history of planet Earth to be almost completely intercepted by any country. But yesterday also marked a new level in miracles that were performed here. Look, I'm sure there's angels everywhere right now. I mean, the amount of miracles we had leaves no room but to know that up there's a lot of work being done right now to thwart, to confuse. And I also believe that the attack on Israel was also a setup. It was also a trap, because now we have the reason, the legitimacy, and the, I guess, conviction to go and hit Iran finally. So it's going to happen. As I said, the Israeli military and security establishment is meeting right now. Iran's economic infrastructures, mostly gas and oil industry, is about to be pounded. And the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps, they are going to get pounded as well. It's interesting. Stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. But most of my ongoing reports are on Telegram. So if you're not there, it's time to be there. Shana Tova, happy Rosh Hashanah to all the Jewish people. It's a Yom Teruah. It's a day of trumpeting. And the day will come when that day of trumpeting will basically welcome the Messiah returning to earth with his church. So until then, God bless you, shalom, and follow me on Telegram.